Most men are not broken by loss. They are broken by the silence they never expected. Not by betrayal, not by failure, not by poverty, but by that hollow space that opens up when there's nothing left to chase, no one left to impress, and the applause, the endless, addictive applause, suddenly stops. It doesn't happen when you're young. It doesn't happen when you're busy. It happens later, when life stops distracting you and begins revealing you. Some call it loneliness. Some call it depression. Stoics call it an invitation to face the only battle that ever mattered, the one inside. The first enemy is not loneliness, it's noise. The noise left behind by all the lives you tried to live. The noise of expectations, of promises made and broken, of paths you almost chose, and the regret that hums in their wake. When a man finds himself alone, truly alone, he does not enter peace. He enters a battlefield made of echoes. Every unfinished ambition, every lover he betrayed or who betrayed him, every mask he wore to survive, comes crawling back, hungry for attention. Solitude isn't silent at first. It screams. And most men, not knowing what this screaming means, reach for anything to drown it out. Work, women, alcohol, entertainment, validation, noise to replace the noise. But the man who refuses to run, who does not numb himself, begins to hear something beneath the screaming, a pattern, a rhythm, a pulse that isn't coming from outside. It's the sound of the man he could become, but has not yet dared to meet. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Dig within. Within is the wellspring of good, and it is always ready to bubble up if you just dig." True solitude is not the absence of people, it is the removal of illusions. And when illusions die, what remains is something most men have never seen: themselves, naked, unarmed, without excuse. This is why most men fear being alone. It's not the emptiness they fear, it's the confrontation, the accounting, the mirror that solitude holds up, and the brutal, unavoidable answer it demands. Time doesn't heal a man left alone. It strips him, layer by layer. At first he fights it. Busy days, loud nights, quick escapes, just like Daniel, once a rising star in corporate life. Friday nights used to be champagne and crowds. Now they are spent scrolling endlessly, numb, silent, unseen. In the first 6 months, time whispers lies. You're just recharging. You're just between seasons. He believes it, until one morning he wakes up, no alarm, no urgency, no one waiting. The mirror offers no applause. The phone buzzes with nothing that matters. This is when time sharpens its blade. It reveals the truth Daniel never dared face, that everything he built, titles, money, distractions, was scaffolding around an empty core. Left alone, a man begins to inventory his life. He remembers the promises he broke, the dreams he abandoned, the hours he wasted chasing comfort. No audience, no rescuer, only the silence, asking the same brutal question every day. Without noise, who are you? Some men answer by numbing themselves deeper. Dating apps, night drinks, aimless achievements. But a few stay inside the storm. They sit among the ruins of old dreams and begin laying bricks for a life that doesn't need an audience. Daniel failed the first time. He ran. He chased noise. Until one evening, drunk, alone in his high-rise apartment, he realized even the city's lights couldn't hide the darkness inside. That night he chose differently. He put down the bottle. He picked up the pieces, brick by brick, with no witnesses. This is the choice solitude forces on every man. Self-destruction or self-construction. Time does not forgive, it only waits to see which man you will become. Long enough in solitude, a man faces a crossroad. There are only two roads and no third. The first road is slow death. It doesn't come with drama. It comes quietly. It looks like endless scrolling at 2 a.m. It sounds like fake laughter at empty parties. It feels like waking up every morning a little more numb, a little more invisible to the world and to himself. Men on this road don't crash. They fade. They become ghosts in their own lives, saying the right words, wearing the right clothes, dead inside. The second road is brutal rebirth. It begins when a man finally admits, no one is coming to save me. No woman, no job, no applause, no escape. This acceptance isn't depression, it's liberation. Because once the illusion dies, something raw, ancient, and indestructible wakes up inside him. The will to rebuild, not for attention, not for validation, but because he refuses to die before he is truly alive. Think of Marcus Aurelius sitting alone in military camps, writing to himself, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be one." Think of Diogenes living in a barrel, refusing luxury, seeking only to master himself. Think of all the men who were forgotten by the world, but who, in silence, forged a soul that no defeat could break. The man who chooses the second road becomes something rare, not famous, not loud, but grounded, so deeply that no loss can collapse him, no rejection can unmake him. He walks into the world quietly, carrying a strength that doesn't shout, but bends reality around it. This is the brutal secret solitude reveals. If you can survive your own emptiness, you can survive anything. But if you cannot, then no relationship, no success, no praise will ever fill the void you refuse to face. The two roads wait. They always have. The choice has always been yours. In the end, solitude is not your enemy. It is your mirror. It shows you every crack in your armor, every place your soul has been leaking, every lie you've told yourself to keep going. And it waits, patient, ruthless, to see what you will do next. Most men, when faced with this mirror, turn away. They grab distractions. They settle for survival. But the few who stay, who dare to look, who dare to build, they don't just survive, they ascend. Because the man who conquers himself needs no crown, no validation, no savior. He becomes his own kingdom. If you are standing in front of that mirror now, if the silence has started to whisper deeper truths, know this: you are not broken. You are being called. Called to rebuild yourself, not for the world, but for yourself. If this message spoke to something buried deep inside you, leave a sign for those walking the same road. Drop a comment, like this video. Subscribe for more Stoic insights. We build differently here, silently, relentlessly, together.